everyone, Stormy Strike here, and in this video we're going to be doing a kind of unboxing and a review on the model Crane. So Crane is actually in here, and this guy is Ichabod, who I did a review on last year. I will post the link to his review video in the description below if you want to check that out. So why I have Ichabod here is because Ichabod, Crane is kind of meant to go with Ichabod in a way, and we're going to be comparing these two guys together. So Ichabod is the traditional model, and then Crane is actually a classic. Every year for the past couple of years now, Breyer has been doing a little classic Halloween web special. The first time they did Mischief Night. Last year was Jack and Casper, and now this year they have Crane. So what's interesting about the boxing about this is, so this is the box that was actually mailed to me, this brown box, but then inside is a little mail order box. And what I thought was interesting is normally Breyer's boxes have blue horses, but these ones are pink, which is just kind of interesting. I thought I don't know if that's a new thing they're going to be doing, where they have pink boxes sometimes, but this one is pink, and I thought that was really interesting. So here we have little Crane inside here. Let's get that box out of the frame. So here comes little Crane. He was put in a little bubble wrap and stuff. Just kind of the normal routine. And then here you see he is in a little plastic baggie. And then here he is, and he also has a little hang tag that says Breyer Crane on it. And I believe, did Ichabod come with the hang tag? I don't know. I do know I have his box still somewhere. And what is cool is that Ichabod's box had these kind of designs on it, these pumpkins, the green and the spooky trees. And so it's neat that Crane's hang tag has that same kind of design. Really emphasizes that they are meant to go together. And so it's just the same on both sides of his hang tag, but that's still pretty cool. And so here is little Crane. As you can see, he is the classic fighting stallion or rearing stallion or whatever this mold is exactly called. But he is the classic version of the big mold, basically. And so we can see here he's got the same, pretty much the same kind of look as Ichabod. He is going to be a little bit different though. I'm going to show you those differences. So briefly though, you can see he has a white blaze on his face, this black head and neck. He's got black legs and kind of brownish hooves. I believe this one has actually this one's actually a little bit striped. I think a couple of them are actually a little bit striped. They got some striping going on them. So he's got those pretty dark legs. And then his body is mostly white. And he's got little skull stencils as his Appaloosa spots. And then he also has a couple regular spots kind of mixed in there too. And then his tail is mostly white, but then it fades into a black end, which is really cool. And he also has a little stamp on his tail that says Halloween 2016, but you can't really see it because it's in red. And Ichabod actually has the same one. So let's go ahead and just kind of do like a comparing look at them though. And they're really cute together too. I can't really show you very well since we're not on a very good surface right now. But they look super adorable together, I think. It's just really cute. Like, mini version and big version, they're very adorable. I know a lot of people were not happy about the fact that they just made a classic version basically of the big one, but I think it's a neat idea. It's really cute, I think, and I just love that it's Ichabod and Crane. For anyone who knows the story of Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane was the main character and such, so I think that's just super cute. Ichabod and Crane. So let's get a look at them comparatively. I think the classic one actually has a little bit of detail in his eyes. Let me see if we can get a closer look on these things. We will zoom in. Here we go. So I believe he does have, like, it's a little hard to tell. It looks like he might have pinking. I'm not sure if he has brown in his eyes. The lighting I have right now is not super bright, so I can't quite see if he has brown eyes or not, but they look kind of detailed. They do look like they match Crane's eyes, which are out of focus. So as you can see from the side profile here, they look pretty similar. I will say that Crane's color actually looks a little different. It looks like kind of like a different shade of black. Crane's black is more like a blue, dark blue black, while Ichabod's is more a little bit like a warmer colored black. They're just slightly different. Very slightly different shades of black going on here. And Crane also seems a little bit more semi-gloss to me, like on his legs. Crane's legs seem a little bit more semi-gloss. Ichabod's legs are a little bit more matte, so you can kind of see there. Shiny legs versus matte legs. And here on their faces, which they look so cute together like this, you can see their face markings are pretty much identical, and they have a little bit of pinking on their noses, which is so cute. They both have shading on their chest, although we can see Ichabod here has a lot more shading going on. Again, they have like both dark legs and brown hooves, and they look about the same. Again, actually Ichabod's legs are striped, and so is Crane's a little bit. So they look really similar, except for this one's a little bit more glossy looking. Onto their bodies, we can see that the patterns of them are actually a little bit different because they had to fit in skulls on a smaller body than a bigger body here. There isn't quite as many skulls, it seems. They're kind of in different places. It actually looks like they used almost the same kind of stencil, maybe a little bit smaller, but the skull sizes are actually not too far off on size, so that's why there's fewer skulls on this one and more skulls on this guy. Another interesting thing, which I think we're going to have to kind of zoom in here to show you, is that Ichabod does have these little spotted flecks that I talked about in his review video. This little like kind of almost like flea bites kind of thing going on. But Crane does not have any of those flea bite things, which I'm a little disappointed in because I did really like those on Ichabod here. I think those are really cool, those little splashes of, or like little sprays of paint. I thought was really cool and kind of subtle, as you can see there. So I kind of wish they would have done the same with Crane here. They did not, though. He is just a solid white body little guy. So there you can see then that the skull patterns are different on them. They're not exactly the same. You can see on their backs there. Quite different actually, but still similar looking enough that they look, you know, pretty close to the same horse in a way. Really cool, and you can see they both again have like the dark necks and dark necks and heads, and then they have like fades into the white a little bit there. And then we'll take a look at their legs and such. Again, the white fades into these dark legs, and they have those brown hooves. And then their tails are actually pretty close to the same. They both have the white that fades into the black, which looks really cool. And both of these guys do glow in the dark, so that's really cool that they made Crane glow in the dark to be like his big brother or daddy or whatever this guy's is to him. So that is really cool that they both glow in the dark, and I would show like a thing of that, although it's kind of hard to capture the models to glow in the dark on camera. But they are really cool when they glow in the dark. I don't know if we can at all try and get a way to see that or not, but it is really, really cool. And no, it does not look like it's going to show up on camera at all. But oh well, it's still really cool though. I really love the glow in the dark models. I think they're fun. And I think that these two are just really, really cute together. So I would definitely recommend getting Little Crane if you like him a lot, because I certainly like him. I think he was worth it, even though he is not different. Like he's, you know, same idea as this horse on this one, on this classic mold instead. But I still think it's really cute, and I think they look really cute together. And if you don't have like a big version, if you don't have the Ichabod version, then you can get the little crane version instead. And I don't know, I think he's just really cute. I also forgot to compare their little Halloween things on their tails here. So Ichabod's Halloween thing was stamped better with a brighter orange so you could see it better. This one is almost more of a reddish color and you can't quite see it as well, but this one says Halloween 2016, this one says Halloween 2015. So, and there's also the comparison of their belly spots. They're a little bit different too. Anyway, there we go. That's all of them. That's all the show on them. A little review of Crane there. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you want to see the in-depth kind of review on just Ichabod, I did that in last year's video, which you can find in the description there. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a super awesome day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!